Okay, there was a baby in the background. Really, this is why but I see what I tell you. Anyway, welcome everybody. Paula Sullivan here, aka Carmen's, and one of the things that we are planning on doing this year is having more fundraisers for outside communities, for other organizations outside of the Carmen-Calle community. So today we're going to be talking to Anthony Gordon, and he is a part of or founder of the Eastside Quantum Computing organization. And we're going to talk to him about the program. We have a fundraiser coming up July the 28th. And so I wanted to talk to him about why it's important, how it got started, and it's a go. So let's talk.
Awesome. Well, thank you for having me. Really excited to be here. You know, Carmen's is one of my favorite places in the world. But yeah, so the Eastside Quantum Computing Interns is a program that was started in conjunction with my organization, S.H. James Prep Academy, and the MIMS Institute.
Okay.
The program is to provide opportunities for students in urban zip codes in San Antonio to combat the impact and effects of the digital divide.
Okay. So the Eastside Quantum Computing is part of the MIMS Institute. So tell us a little bit about the MIMS Institute.
Right, so the MIMS Institute was an organization that was created to provide access for students to Tier 1 universities from the east side of San Antonio. It was started by Jason Mims, who's an East Side resident, born and raised, graduate of Sam Houston High School. And he was approached with an opportunity to give students access to some programming that was created by an organization called Qubit by Qubit.
Qubit by Qubit. Okay.
In partnership with MIT. It was at the height of the pandemic, so they really couldn't get access to students, and he had access to students.
Okay.
And how I became a part of it is my school, after we did not receive, and that's my son in the background.
It's okay, it's all organic.
But after my school was denied approval by the state, we were really trying to find other opportunities to still impact the community and do the work that we wanted to do. And it was a conversation that I had with Mr. Mims at our Eastside Starbucks, which he calls the office, which he mentioned this opportunity. And so we began to partner together to recruit students to introduce them to this Qubit by Qubit class, because, you know, having MIT on your college resume is priceless, right? Especially for students in urban zip codes. So we began just like that and recruiting students. So we recruited several students who were graduates from Sam Houston to participate in that first course. And, you know, we stayed engaged with them through the process and just really learned more about the program, what they were learning, why it was so important, and also what were some things that students may have needed leading up to this program. Because, you know, like going into a program that's run by the PhD program at MIT, that's pretty high level. Right. So from there, we began to create some internal programming that could act as like introductions for students in middle and high school to lead them into that higher level program.
Kind of segue into that.
Definitely.
Okay, so what is your mission? So what is your actual mission? The Eastside Quantum Computing, what is the actual mission for them?
So our mission is to combat the impact and effects of the digital divide on students in urban zip codes in San Antonio. We know that the digital divide is a huge issue here. At the height of the pandemic, about 60% of students at SAISD didn't have internet at home for distance learning, right? And that causes not only a gap in their learning, but it also causes gaps as we progress into the future of having opportunities at employment and tech careers and things of that nature. So we want to build a bridge over that divide for students who are in middle and high school now to have access to this tech boom that we know is coming to San Antonio.
Okay, so this fundraiser that we're having July 28th, right? Where are the funds going?
So the funds go directly to students in programming. One of the things that's really unique about our program is, and it's something that we discovered through our early stages of recruiting students, is oftentimes students, especially students in urban zip codes, don't have opportunities to take advantage of enrichment programming like this. We know our high school students have to work during the summer or babysit kids while someone else works. So one of the things that's really cool about our program is we provide incentives, including cash stipends for students to take the classes. So in place of kids—
So you pay to play?
Yeah, definitely. You know, so instead of a kid getting a summer job at HEB or Jack in the Box, and there's nothing wrong with that, right? Those are great opportunities. We can provide cash stipends for students to take these classes that can greatly impact their future. So that's one of the parts, and also just for staffing and the running of the program as well.
So what can people do, let's say if they don't have a lot to contribute, but they want to contribute to the program? What else can they offer you?
We are a very small and organic program, so we need people at all phases, right? Whether it's introducing us to students who would like to be a part of the program. We also are looking for community partners so we can expand our enrichment opportunities, right? Maybe provide students with internships, shadow opportunities to go to tech conventions and things of that nature. We also need volunteers, right? We're one of aspects that we want to expand into in year 2 is service, right? We want to take our students who've gotten this knowledge and learn about technology and computer science to take that back to their communities and have conversations, whether that's doing an internet safety course with older citizens or doing a coding class with kids, right? So we're also looking for volunteers and people who just want to support the program in that way.
So would it be fair to say you may be looking for people to teach coding? Like, definitely. I mean, don't we have Code Up here or something? And I mean, how does it? Have you talked to those guys? Is that Geekdom, I think? Yeah,
we've Geekdom, and David Jones is a friend of mine. So like we are working with a lot of local organizations such as Geekdom. Dax Moreno is another one that we've recently made contact with to talk through like opportunities and possibilities. We create coursework internally. So we created a 13-week intro to quantum computing course that we currently are teaching to middle and high school students. So we have a curriculum.
So it's middle and high school students?
Middle and high school, 5th through 12th is who we're concentrating
on. Where do you teach? I mean, is it just over the summer? Or?
No, it's year long. So it's a 13-week course, so we run it quarterly. We're actually in week 7 of our summer cohort right now. We have about 15 students who are in the class. The class is every Wednesday from 6:30 to 7:30 for the 13-week course, and it really brings students into the basics of quantum computing, because not a lot of people know what quantum computing is. But it's a huge deal as it relates to like just organizations and where business is going for the future. So our intro course is just that. It teaches them the basics, where it is, why it started, and so we have a weekly course that we teach to those students.
And you teach that, is that on campus somewhere?
No, it's virtual right now. We can possibly expand it to in person in the future, but you know, right now it's just easier to do virtual.
And so how's the participation been? What have you've been in existence for what, a year?
Yeah, we're in our first full year right now. Participation has been awesome. We started small intentionally just because, you know, I'm an English person, so quantum computing was new to me as well. And I think that's what's been really cool about building out the program is, you know, I've been able to take my instructional skills and work with a young man who we actually really organically came to us as well. He was working as a tutor at City Year, and Mr. Mims was at his campus speaking, and he mentioned the program, and he had just graduated from Cal Poly with a degree in physics and studied quantum computing. So he's our lead instructor now. His name is Jake Mandel. So, you know, we're just really working to build it organically from there, and but participation has been great. We started with 5 students in our initial 13-week cohort, which ended in the spring of this year. And then we started our new cohort with 15 students June 1st. And we're also recruiting students to take part in the Qubit by Qubit program. They have summer programming, and they have a full year quantum computing course that starts in the fall.
Okay, well, sounds great. And I'm glad that we could contribute to the fundraising. We're going to have the fundraiser for Eastside Quantum Computing. It's going to be July 28th, 6:30 to 8:30. But tell the folks how we can contribute, either in person or what other opportunities do they have to contribute.
Right. So if you'd like to attend the fundraiser, you can find it on Eventbrite. It's an evening with essay poet laureate Andrea Vocab Sanderson on Eventbrite. If you aren't able to attend, you can also donate through the Eventbrite link. And we have a Cash App, Eastside QC Interns, if you'd like to contribute or donate there.
So you said it's Eastside
QC
Interns. And we'll get that up, make sure that it floats past with
the magic
as we go. Exactly. But anyway, well, thank you, and we'll see you guys on July 28th.